What's up, gaming heroes, and welcome back to another awesome World of Warcraft video. We're starting the Eastern Kingdom's RTN route. If you don't know what RTN stands for, it basically stands for Rare Treasure Node Farming. It's where you kill rare elites, you collect treasure chests, and you collect mining or herbalism nodes. It's up to you which you go for. I always go for ore. We like to do this typically on a rogue, however you can do it on any class you like. The reason we do this on a rogue is because rogues have the ability to track treasure if you're in the outlaw spec. But don't worry, you can do this on any class you like. I'm going to be using my special routes that I designed. Feel free to follow the video along in order to see the route that I follow. Or you can consider supporting me over on erosiumtv.com. My Gaming Hero membership allows you to get access to over 120 awesome World of Warcraft guides, including all of my RTN routes. We've already covered these in various videos. Now we're working on the Eastern Kingdom's RTN routes as well, and these are fantastic. The route we're going to be following today is RTN Eastern Kingdom 1, and this starts in Eastern Plaguelands, going into Western Plaguelands, going into Terraceville Glades, Silver Pine Forest, Hillsbrad Foothills, and that's where we finish. It's an absolutely amazing route, and it's really easy to import. You literally just click copy, and then you paste it in game. It's that easy. So thank you to everyone who is supporting me right now. There are 30 of you right now, and it is absolutely amazing. Okie dokie, I'm starting the route here in Eastern Plaguelands, and let's go, go, go. We start with a rare right away, wowzers. And then we're straight into some ore. Got some more iron deposits there. Iron isn't that valuable from what I recall, but I could be wrong, so I'll keep an eye out on it. It says here iron ore is worth 3 gold, 14 silver each, which isn't that valuable, but money's money. I'm going to take it right now. Until I start seeing some real value from like drops and stuff, I'll start doing that. I'll just start keeping it all for now. I tend to start ignoring certain ore deposits if it's not valuable at the time. I just don't get it if I'm wasting time. The main thing for me is getting the timer sorted really, really quickly. That's really, really important for me. So I had a bit of a crazy month, I'm not going to lie to you guys. This month, Patreon added some new fees in, and it's quite annoying what they did. They basically added in a new fee, which takes so much of your money that you're pretty much getting about 50 to 60% of what your supporters actually pay you. So you actually don't take home very much at all. Or you have to get a ridiculous amount of subscribers in order for that to happen. And it's not really nice what Patreon have done. It really kind of screwed me over. So that's why I started the new membership over on erosiumtv.com. It wasn't really good what they did, but, you know, that's their strategy. They pull people in saying low fees, and then they use nickel and dime strategies to basically take additional money from you later down the line through transaction fees, conversion fees, payment fees, so many different like fees that they just nickel and dime you for every penny that they can possibly get out of you. And it's a shame because, you know, I'm a hardworking, honest creator, and I put my heart and soul into making this type of content. So when a business does that, like to me, it really does have an effect. It really, really does have an effect, because Patreon's what, you know, tides me over when YouTube's having a bad month, so to speak. And that's really what keeps my bills paid. So for them to do that was really like, they really messed me over. So that's why I decided to take it in-house and make my very own membership on my private website. And to be honest, it's one of the best things I've ever done. I feel so, I can sleep so much better at night as a result of doing this. And those of you who support me, like, it truly means the world to me that you guys do that. So thank you for that. It does truly, truly mean the world to me that you guys support me in the ways that you do. Currently, there are about 30 of you supporting me, and every single one of you, I appreciate you to the moon and back again. I've been able to really focus on creating so many fantastic World of Warcraft guides, making things look nicer, making things make more sense, researching more unique and innovative, and innovating new gold strategies. It's really, really fun. So if you are supporting me over there, at least I can feel comfortable now knowing that I can give you the value that you deserve. Wow, we have seen so many rares here in Eastern Plaguelands, but none have dropped anything like of high value yet. So we've been pretty unlucky, but that's not a problem because I have been here before about 6 times doing the same RTN route, and it tends to yield really good results. So I'm not losing faith or anything like that. Sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you don't, but most of the time with RTN routes, you do get lucky. That's just the way it rolls because the things we are farming are so high valued. As an example, Jaina's Firestarter, 15,947 gold. That's what I mean. And before anyone says to me, oh, it's Transmog Erosium, it will take long to sell. I know, my friends, I know. I fully understand. It is Transmog, it does take long to sell, but guess what? I tried for months and months and months to make gold, and I had no idea when I got started how I was making gold. I didn't know how to do it. It was really upsetting to me. It was a really frustrating thing because I wanted so much to be able to make gold, but I couldn't. I couldn't for ages and ages and ages. And I'd see loads of these posts on forums, oh, Transmog's not good, it never sells. And then I watched, I believe it was Student Albatross, and he was saying Transmog does sell, you just have to be more committed to it at the time. And I was like, you know what, dude, I'm just going to give this a go. I'm going to go at it like a hammer. I'm going to smash this Transmog on the auction house, and I'm going to do it my style. So I did it my style, and it worked. At first I didn't get any sales, and then as I started to get about 250 items on the auction house, I started to get more sales. As I started to get 500 items on the auction house, I started to get more sales. As I got 750 items in the auction house, I got even more sales. When I got 1,000 items on the auction house, I started to get daily sales, where it was, between 1 and 5 items selling every day. And that's when I changed the speed in which I post them on the auction house to 12 hours instead of 48 hours. And that's when I noticed even more items selling. I am not one of those people who like to sit there and cancel scan. I don't do cancel scanning. I don't believe in it. It's not fun. It's not playing the game. That is sitting there and cancel scanning and getting into an egotistical bidding war on the auction house. I find that boring as heck. So I don't do it. That's simple. I don't do what isn't fun. So I post my items for 12 hours at a time, and then I get on my merry way. Now, when I got to 1,000 items, Transmogs only, obviously, I then started to limit it down to 1,000 gold minimum value. And I was like, you know what? I've got so many items on the auction house. I don't want to spend all day posting. So why don't I instead start limiting the value on the items that I post on the auction house? So instead, originally, I believe I took any item that was like 250 gold and above, and I stuck that on the auction house. But then when I got to 1,000 items, I was like, yeah, I'm going to only take 1,000 gold and above. So any item that was worth 999 gold, no, sell to a vendor, boom, gone, just like that. And if it was an item that was, worth a little bit more, I would sell it on the auction house. That's the way I rolled. I refused to sell anything unless it was 1,000 gold and above DB region market value. Now, ignore DB min buyout because I'll let you in on a secret here. 75% of the WoW player base don't know the value of items. Like, at least, maybe more than 75%. That wasn't worth much, was it? Yeah, 75% don't really know the value of items. So when you go to an auction house and you see a really high value item, let's say like 30k item, right? DB region market value. And it's posted on there for like 1,000 gold. Do you think the value of that item is 1,000 gold? No, it is not. That's just the value that that person's put it at because they want to sell it quicker. So they're like, oh, I'll put it in lower. So you've got two options there. You either match it and you put it low and you accept that you're going to take a huge loss on that. Or you say, I'm going to buy that and I'm going to correct the price to the DB region market value or higher. Just because the DB region market value is there doesn't mean you have to use it. You can ignore it and go higher. I do. I intentionally ignore the DB region market value and go slightly higher so that when someone undercuts me, they end up closer to the DB region market value. And occasionally what this means is that when I sell items, they often sell for higher than the DB region market value. So if I see a competition person put an item up for way too low, and there's not many of them listed on the auction house, I'll buy them out. I may as well. Why would I sit there and try and sell an item for really low when realistically I know that someone's going to come along with a big boatload of gold and they're going to say, I want this specific look. So they're going to trawl through the auction house looking at all the transmog that they can find, and they're going to come across this one transmog they absolutely love. It fits their transmog set beautifully. And they say, oh, I'm buying it. And guess what? They haven't even considered the price. They don't care about the price because the simple fact is that piece fits their transmog set on a whole. So that person doesn't even care about the price. Maybe they come across the occasional person who cares about the price, but most of the time they do not care. And the reason for this is people who care about the pennies don't tend to go into transmog collecting. If I'm honest, they don't. The people who have quite a lot of gold tend to be the ones who buy the really nice transmogs. That's just the way it works typically. Because someone who really, really appreciates the pennies or appreciates the money, and that's me, by the way, I appreciate money. So there's no hate or shame on that. But someone who appreciates that will just go get it themselves rather than buy it. They'll just farm it, you know? So my advice to any of you out there who are like, I really want to get into transmog, or, Ero, this transmog strategy doesn't work. It does work, my friends. And I'm not telling you this to lie to you. I absolutely adore and appreciate every single one of you guys who support me on this channel. So I wouldn't lie to you when I say this does work. It really, really does work. And I've had countless times where people in the past have said to me, Ero, I didn't believe you at first, but I gave it a go and it works really well. We had like Revanthia here, who you guys know as Tolkien over on the Friday streams. He's often joining the Mount Farms, and he wasn't sure if my crafted transmog strategy would work where I only craft items worth 2,000 gold and above. And he was getting into crafting for the very first time. He's like, where shall I start? I was like, well, I'm doing tailoring and enchanting, and you're on my realm, so I wouldn't do what I do because we'll often like undercut each other, which is fine. I don't mind if you undercut me, but I'm telling you, you might not want to be undercut by me. And he was like, okay, well, which one should I start? I was like, well, why don't you start leatherworking? Because I've got leatherworker, but I'm not very serious with leatherworking. Give leatherworking a go. He gives it a go, and he's like, I'm not making any sales. I was like, it's all right. Be patient. Keep crafting. And all you need to do is craft items worth 2,000 gold and above. He said, well, Ero, that's not many items for me because I've just started. I was like, well, let's change that to 1,000 gold each then. Change it to 1,000 gold each. Any item that's worth 1,000 gold, I want you to craft it and post it. And he said, okay, I'll do that. So he does it. 5,600 gold. Beautiful, man. Yeah, let's go. That's gorgeous. I'm an outlaw rogue. I can get up there. So he crafts those items. He posts them to the auction house. And within 2 days, he gets his first sale. He's immediately made 30,000 gold profit from that, which isn't a great deal. But for someone starting, just seeing a proof of concept is enough. And then he's like, well, how can I, make this get even better? I said, well, the way to make it get even better, my friend, is really, really simple. You need to get more recipes like I do. And he's like, how do I do that? Get all the things. You get all the things. Then once you got all the things, open up your profession and farm every single recipe that is telling you do not currently have. And just follow the instructions. If it says go to Sunwell Plateau and kill this boss, kill that boss. If it's telling you to go to the Black Temple and kill this boss to try and get this specific recipe, do it. Just follow the advice. He did it. And then he started to get these rare recipes, which when he crafted would sell for like 50 to 100,000 gold a time. And that's why I try and tell you guys that I'm expressing to you a way that you can make gold. You can pay for your subscription for World of Warcraft through selling transmog. It is such a simple way of making gold. And because it doesn't have an initial easy quick sell, people think it doesn't work. You go out and you farm some ore from Oldham or something like that. You can make like 10 to 20,000 gold an hour. And guess what? You're going to sell that within 12 to 24 hours max. You're going to sell it. If you're selling it at, the market value, you'll sell it for that. And you'll sell it quick. Congratulations. Well done. I'm really proud of you. You know what you've done? Is you traded like about 14 hours for one World of Warcraft token. One token equals 14 hours of farming. That's crazy. That is a lot of time to spend for one World of Warcraft token. Or you could do an RTN route, get potentially 150,000 gold worth of items in 1 hour max, stick them on the auction house, forget about them until the next time you got to post in the evening, and then post them in the morning, then post them in the evening, and you just keep doing that. You keep doing it, and they will sell. And eventually when they sell, you'll be like, oh, Erosium was right. I'm going to message him and say, hey, Ero, I just sold this. I want you to know RTN's awesome. And I love seeing those comments, by the way. I've been getting a few of them recently where people have been saying, I've just bought your guides. I made 150k in like 2 hours. Really, really thank you for this. And they say really nice things. I always pin those comments, by the way. So if you're one of those people who say something nice about the RTN guides or any of my guides that you think were really good, I usually pin those comments because I think it's important to share other people's opinions of these guides. I think a lot of people will probably be out there and they'll probably be doubting it because, a lot of content creators are known for talking a big game about something that's not actually worth that much. So it's really nice when people actually have like testimonials. Yeah, they're like, actually, I love using this. And if there's any of you out there who you just feel a little bit hopeless when making gold, you feel really, really hopeless and you really want to believe in yourself a bit more, just message me on Discord and I'll have a chat with you. We'll figure out something for you. We'll come up with a strategy to make you some gold. Like I'm here because I love making gold, right? I love making gold. I love playing World of Warcraft. I love finding the little exploits, the little tricks, the little tips in the game that make the game super, super fun. So that's what I do. And ultimately, that's what you guys pay my subscription for, right? You guys are members of my channel for a really, really good reason. If you are a member of erosiumtv.com and you've got access to all those guides and you're using them, but you still feel like you're just missing something, you should definitely message me because I'm more than happy to help anyone who's in that situation. At the end of the day, I would be nothing without my community of gaming heroes. So I will do anything I can to keep you guys happy and feeling like you're part of something bigger than just yourselves. So that's what I set out really originally to do with this community. So the reason I actually started this community is I had a falling out with my friends IRL, and they said some nasty stuff about me. I remember back it was a while ago, like 2 or 3 years ago now. Said some nasty stuff about me when I was going through a bit of a rough patch, but it was behind my back. And that wasn't really the thing that upset me, because the person who said something nasty, I expected them to say something nasty because I had a gut feeling. So I was distancing myself from them. But then when my close friend didn't really defend me to that person, didn't really have my back, that's when it really hurt a lot. So I completely absolved myself of those friendships, told them as much. I said, look, based on how you are as a person, you're not having my back. I'm never, ever going to be mates with you again. Just done. Done. And then they said something obviously horrible to me, and I said, cool, right, bye. Good luck in life. That was actually my last message to them, was good luck in life. And from that, I went away and I was kind of like depressed for about a month. Going from having a large friendship group, IRL, to having like no friends, that was a hard feeling. That was a really, really hard feeling. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to create a community of people, of like-minded people who like to hang out, like to do the same things, like to enjoy themselves on games, but positive and have a healthy aspect when it comes to gaming. I was like, you know what? I'm starting something called the Gaming Hero Community. And that was the original launch of the Gaming Hero Community. And I've never really looked back from that. it was the best decision I ever made on a whole. Having a community of people who have my back when I'm not feeling happy or they're not feeling happy, I've got their back. That's honestly the nicest feeling ever in the world, dude. It really, really is. Because everyone in life goes through a hard time. There's not a single person in life who is just like, you know what, I never go through a hard time. You know, everyone goes through a hard time at some point. And when you've got some people to call upon who've got your back, best feeling ever. Don't ask why I killed the fox. The fox was rabid, okay? So he needed to go. We haven't actually made much gold so far. 22 minutes, 35k. This is kind of a low-scale gold making at the moment. But that's okay. We've had a lot of ore. I have been stopping for every ore, which I shouldn't really. I think when we get to Terraceful Glades, I'm going to probably skip a lot of the ore because it's low-value ore. But a lot of these transmogs have been low value, like 1,000, 2,000 gold. And those are actually good as well. So 1,000, 2,000 gold transmog can be good because they often sell quicker for some reason. It is what it is. Okay, so we're in Terraceful Glades, and it is now time to kind of speed things up. So I'm activating Ignore Ore mode, and I'm focusing on the chests. Now, if you're in Terraceful Glades and you've got the Shadowlands version of Terraceful Glades, you can change it just speaking to Zidormi, and Zidormi can change that for you, so don't panic or anything like that. It's really easy to fix. You can literally just speak to Zidormi and that's fixed. If you don't know where Zidormi is, it's just press the map, and where the white speech bubble is, that's Zidormi. And there's a few zones which have Zidormi in, like Silithus and Badlands and places like this. They've got Zidormi in because they basically have multiple versions of the same zone. From different expansions, and Zidormi allows you to switch between them so that you can still access those old zones. It's pretty cool. I've noticed Blizzard have definitely lowered the experience that you get from opening chests. Now, I'm not sure if they've lowered it for all the levels or if it's just from level 50 plus, because up to level 50 I was getting tons of experience from doing this, but the second I hit level 50 I stopped getting as much experience from opening chests, which is interesting. Ooh, we got a chest here. Hello, mongrels. Goodbye, mongrels. Oh, come on. He gave me a white sword. This is because we're in a low level. This is because we're in a low level area. Typically, when we start getting towards the higher level areas, we get even better loot. I just quickly want to say that I wear pretty much exclusively either my own t-shirts or QWERTY t-shirts. If you want to get kind of awesome t-shirts like these right here, they're really, really cheap. I'm not going to lie, and they do worldwide shipping. So check out QWERTY.com. They are an amazing, amazing t-shirt company. I've been buying from them for around 14 years now. So, I've been buying from them for a long, long time. And I actually reached out to them directly and said, I love your t-shirts, sponsor me. And they said no. And I messaged them and emailed them 7 times in total until I said, look, do it, it'll be worth it, just work out some type of deal. And they turned around and said, okay, Aero, we'll consider it. Let's do this. So they did, and it worked well. So I still love wearing their t-shirts, and nothing's changed at all, but I would highly advise everyone to genuinely check out their t-shirts. Use code Erosium at the checkout if you want to get $1, €1 or £1 off your order. It's pretty cool. They hooked me up with my very own coupon code, in order to get everyone who watches my videos some money off their orders. They got brand new t-shirts every single day. And when you buy a t-shirt from QWERTY, it can only be bought for 2 days. So once those 2 days have gone, that t-shirt doesn't get sold by QWERTY again. It becomes unique. So all the clothing you wear from QWERTY is unique clothing. There's not many people in the world who will have that piece of clothing. It's awesome in that regard. It's seriously awesome. Again, that's just QWERTY.com. And I actually check their site every single day, just in case there's a really good t-shirt design on there. And I don't tend to do orders until there's a really good t-shirt design. When there's a really good design on there I really like, my girlfriend and I tend to buy a few t-shirts at once and just use my coupon code Erosium to get my money off. Dude, we're not getting much here at all. We're not getting lucky, but, you know, I'm not gonna, like, pretend that I only upload footage, which is where I'm getting super duper lucky. Sometimes you get lucky with these routes, and sometimes you don't. And I'd much prefer to show you the honesty of it than show you, like, lies. You know, because I think that discredits me as a content creator if I only ever show you what things look like when it's going well. I'd much prefer to show you what things look like all the time. Integrity is really, really important to me, because I think that makes you guys trust me more. So if it means showing you a couple times where, you know, my routes don't get lucky, that's fine. Fine by me. I'd much prefer that than to be a sellout, you know? It's funny because if you're looking to level the fastest, Eastern Kingdoms is definitely the fastest for leveling. Like, the Eastern Kingdom RTN routes are definitely the fastest for leveling on a whole. Just because of the amount of, like, rare elites, treasure chests, and, like, ore nodes. It's crazy. Okay, so we have had a few chests in this zone, but I'm probably not even going to show you those because they were so low value, to be honest. I don't really want to waste your time with that stuff. Ooh, we got ourselves a chest. Better be good, dude. Better be good. Ooh, 5,000 gold. Orb of Mismantle. The blue orb. Very cool. Right, we are coming up to now the most valuable chests in this route. So it's going to be quite interesting to see if these are mega value or not. All right, moment of truth. 4,600 gold. Okay, we're starting to get it now. Come on, be something worth it. 2,900. We'll take it. Here we go. Come on, be something worth it. 2,000 gold. We'll take it. Okay, and we're en route to the very last chest now. This is going to be the decider on if we made a lot of gold or not. Okay, we finished the route in 40 minutes. And in 40 minutes, we made 53,000 gold. We got some pretty good loot there. I'm really happy with all that loot. There's a lot of ore here. We can definitely sell quite quickly. There's a few good pieces here, which will sell for banging amounts of gold. There's no new transmogs for me to equip. Oh, there is. There's one here. This is... It's a Billy Club. It's just a little club, but I'll equip that. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, remember to support me on erosiumtv.com. Join and become a member. You'll get access to my TSM guides, my RTN routes, and all of my gold guides on a whole. I've got 120 plus guides on there, and we're on the way to 150. I'm absolutely loving creating World of Warcraft guides, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to hit that like button and click subscribe. Join the Discord below. You'll absolutely love it in there. Thanks for watching, and this is Erosium out.